Hello, welcome back. I just finished a difficult game about climbing New Game Plus walkthrough, and this is a game that I wish there was a walkthrough on YouTube. I can't find a walkthrough. I can't find one. So anyway, I just unlocked everything in this game. Look at this one, Master of Egging On. What is that? Unlock all shells. Deliver all stamps. Do you know how difficult this was? Anyway, I figured there are amazing speedrunners out there that could do a much better job of doing a walkthrough than I can. But they're not. They're not doing it. So, yeah. This was my first playthrough here, the top one. It took me 13 and a half hours to beat this game for the first time. This was my This was my laid to nest stamp. I made it in 36 minutes without breaking. It's insane. And then this is my sandbox account where I have all the drones. These two are egging on difficulty, and this one's my little sandbox. I would just play around and have fun. So we're gonna delete that. I'm gonna start a new game. Okay, I'm gonna see if I should be able to beat this game. Well, obviously 30 minutes. If I don't fall too bad. But let's do it. This is going to be on the egging on difficulty. It's going to be with commentary of what I found to be the best routes, the safest routes, the least riskiest routes, right? Because especially like on the final boss, I wanted them to just know like what was the best route. I didn't even know. Like everything I tried felt like it didn't work. So I'm gonna start a new game. Should I do the commentary? I turned it off because it was pissing me.
You can. That changes everything. But what are you doing down there? That's not your place. Let's head inside the hen house. It's cozy here, but it's not quite as it used to be. Everything here seems
Should I turn him off?
But it's hard to
It's
explain.
kind of annoying. I'm trying to talk.
If you climb to the rooftop, you'll get the idea.
Yeah, you guys can listen to it yourself. I'm gonna turn it off. You should be able to do this jump, right? It took me a while to kind of understand, but... Oh, see? I still suck. Anyway. I should not have missed that. You know how many times I've done this trying to do the laid to nest? You know how many times I've done this? I should not be falling in this early. This is the easiest route for me. And I do a little jump here to realign me to get that perfect jump. What I found works here the best is this skip. You can jump from here to up there, obviously. Because then you get to skip, that one little section. Oh. And when I do these walkthroughs and I mess up, I like to go the other way, switch it up. I found this game, keep your momentum. Once you slow down and the egg falls random, just commit. Just commit, dude. For this jump to here, I found you want to jump from the opposite of the tip end, so the fat end, like that. That's what I found works best, because if you jump on the tip, sometimes you overshoot. And then I found jumping from the fat end here also. Kind of lines it up perfect. When you jump on the tip, it goes too far. So. These are pretty self-explanatory. Alright, here, jump on the fat end. If I try to, I'm gonna jump on the tip. So, flip. fat end. I usually land right in the middle every time I try to jump to the fat end. So. And then commit. This is another place you really want to commit. Just hold and stick forward. If you're playing on controller, I don't even know what people do. I'm a controller player. Wait for it to come back. And I jump to the blink. And I do 2 jumps. And then I chill right here. And you kind of hold pressure on the stick or else it'll fall. So hold the pressure there. Not too much, and it'll fly off. This part, dude. This part infuriated me until I found this little trick. I found, okay, there's 2 ways. I don't know how people do it. They jump through the forks there. I can't do it. I can't do it. So the first thing I did was even though it seems so much more difficult, I started doing this and jumping to here. It's so dumb. And then I just jump this way. But I know I missed this jump there, but I found an easier way. Okay, we're going to show you the easier way, the less risky way. Fan's going to go that way, and it's going to come back very quickly. Okay, it should come back soon. Alright, here's what I do. Once that blade's right there, I go to that blade, and then jump up here. I just found that as soon as I discovered that on accident, I was like, oh my god, I've been killing myself. Now here's another thing that used to infuriate me, is this jump here. Because you have to line up perfect with the fat end. So I guess right here I would do a flip and then... Nope. It's so impossible. I'll just do it over and over until I line up. Like that. And then you go over here, and then... It's just too much. So what I recommend is if you happen to make it past the rake, instead of going that way, towards the bucket handle, go up here, jump up, and go down this plank. I didn't even know this was here. I found this on Instagram. And then jump to that rock, stone. Not quite lined up the way I want it. So, position. There we go. That's probably a little better. You gotta tip jump here, else you won't make it. I don't know. They both kind of suck. I hate this part. I found it actually less risky to jump to the middle of the barrel there. And here, commit. I don't stop. I just keep going. Wait till I get over the handle and then jump. That's what I found works for me. You slow down, you fall. Here I like to zoom in and just hold the stick up and don't let go. And you just move the camera like this. This is what I found works for me. If you're on mouse, I do not have any suggestions for you. Now zoom out. I don't like getting that close. I like to do a fat end jump here. Go up. Fat end jump, and then that usually lines you up for a good tip jump. Fine. Okay. This part kind of sucks, but I've done it so many times I figured out comfortably. So wait for the thud. You want to jump it perfectly at the thud. Okay. Let's put squeak and jump. And you want to jump this. You made it. Okay? Take some practice. The good thing about this area is there's a glass down there, so you don't fall down. And what I found works best, this might be too hard to do. But I wait for the thumb, and I jump to the thumb. I feel like it's less risky. I do that. And I switch, and then line up tip pointing outward. Right? And then you want to wait the thump and then go that way. That's what I found works best for me to pass this area. But since that is pretty difficult, I'm gonna go ahead and do it the other way. And that's how you're supposed to do it. I just found the other way is less risky. Try to so that way, wait for that jump. You want to jump as its stupid hammer comes down. You want to time. You want that thump. You want to use that thump to shoot yourself. Go ahead and go now. Get the thump. Don't touch the stick when the thump comes, or else it'll like break. It acts like a break, and then you won't shoot as far, and then you just fall. Something. Yeah, from here you want to jump over there. I just jumped. I didn't even use the thumb. Now the thumb, as long as you're still, you just sit here. There's no real risk. Just chill. Take your time. You won't go anywhere. And if you do manage to wobble a little, once you land like that, just do a little correction. And then let go of the stick again. And it doesn't work just in this square. You can do it here too. You'll just stay. Now you want to time the bump to get over to that hammer. Okay? I know, it sucks, dude. I think my way is better, even though it's harder. And then, I don't know, can you go this way? Can you just fall down that way? Yeah, I don't know. I don't really go that way, so I'm not 100% sure. Aw, man, I tried to bump it off. But on that last part where I tried to, it's probably easier to just use the thumb to your advantage. Damn it. What happens when I rush? See, what happens when you rush in this game? Just take your time. You end up adding more work for yourself and you try to rush. There's no reason to rush. What? Alright, we're gonna do it again. The hard way? I think this is the hard way, even though the other one's like, you have to be really precise. I just think it's easier than this. Cracked. Okay, now what you're supposed to do is like time the thump and go up there like that. I'm dead. And then time the thump and go up to the next that little with the hammer that. I don't know. Whatever. This game's so hard. And then this is what I do is I come up here. This is a section where you gotta like keep pressure on the stick. You don't want to really stop. I thought until you get right here. I don't know. I find when I stop, I just end up like falling a certain way and I fall off. And then stay with pressure on the stick. You're not stopping at this, but just go. Keep your momentum. As soon as, same thing. As soon as you stop, you wobble, you fall a different way you don't want to go because you have no control where gravity takes you. That's all I have to say about that. Here. Do a fat jump. I find a fat end jump this way. And then once I get up here, I do a flip. And then, boop. I like to zoom in here because I find it easier when it's zoomed in for some reason. That you have better control on very, very narrow bridges or whatever. Oh. Zoom out, zoom out. I can only be zoomed in like that during those really narrow angles. It doesn't even help me that much. Let's see. I don't know. I just find it zoomed in just helps me. Chainsaw, this part is extremely difficult if you're going for that lay the nest achievement, because you can't break, right? But if you're not going for that, it's really not too bad. Let's do that again, because I know it's weird. What I find lined up right, see where this middle knot is in the wood? This little circle knot? I like to have the head, like the fat end, just like touching the outer circle of that. Jump from your tip to the left, and jump from your tip to the right. That's what I find works here. Tip jump, tip jump. Whoops. Just take your time. That was a pain in the ass going for Layden. Layden at all. I never want to. The most difficult challenge I've ever done in a video game. Doing this whole game with no breaks. Oh my god. I do like to jump over it. Not necessary to jump over it. You can just go like that. And then push from this side. I'm just stupid and make risky decisions for no reason. And here you want to line up. Tip to the edge. Nope. Yeah, there you go. Nope. There we go. Tip to the edge. Roll back. Roll forward. Tip jump. This is a factor. You can still lose everything. I feel like I fell. What was that from? It was very catastrophic. What's the easiest way to do this? I don't even know. How are you supposed to do this? I think I've seen a speedrunner like go this way to the yellow box. Oh my god, there's a hole there. I never do this. I don't know the easiest way. My way's not easy, but we can do my way. I don't even know which way you're supposed to go. I really don't know. I don't know the developers preferred, but I go here. And then you want to line up the tip with the edge. Here. Here. That's about right. About right there. There you go. Back up a little. There you go. And then you're jumping up to that. What's that called? HP? That's what I do. And it's not risky. Like, there's no risk of falling. That's why I like it. You can do this as many times as you want. You're not really gonna risk falling, super falling. You're just gonna risk breaking. I guess. But not really. Because it's not far enough. But you can, I've done it. Thanks. What I find works here is try to do the small jump first. Jump from the fat end. And then what I find is the pointy part facing out to make it work best. To do the big jump and then stop and do the big jump. And then I go here and jump up here. I don't know the real way, so I think you're supposed to go that way. But I don't know. It works. Alright, go to the scene. Now, if you want to jump from the fat end, that. And tip jump. And then you want to wait for the steam. You want to jump into the scene or jump into it. So we'll just wait for it. Oops. That sucks so bad. Really? Anyway. Oh, and this part, dude, I don't even have. Man. Most people do like this, I think. They like jump up here and just put some pressure on your stick until you go down. And then just yeet. Yeah, I guess that's the easiest way. It's not easy, but it's easy, I think. This part sucks. I've died here so many times. I'm broken. I just gotta come in and just go. You wanna take your time here. You gotta get real used to staying calm and doing jumps. Roll back. Just take your time. And if you get in a sticky situation, get back out. But that's all. Just take it. Don't rush this. That's the only advice I really have. Once you get here, once you get to this middle part, you can just kind of rock back and forth. You're not at risk too much. But you do eventually need to make the jump over this blade. I think I'm not lining up quite right. But, and then once you're here, you just rock back and forth between these until you feel comfortable. Jump over the next blade. You're gonna have to do 2 jumps, if I remember. 2 tip jumps. 1, roll back. 2. Okay. Take your time. Alright, here you're gonna wait for the steam. Go. Same thing here, wait for the steam. Want to do a tip jump? Line up your tip jump. Okay, looks about right. 1, 2, 3. Some kind of achievement here. You can YouTube that. Alright, this one took me a long time to get through. But what you want to do is line yourself up, fat end. See my fat end, my egg facing the blade. Not here, I'm just showing. But you're gonna roll in, and then fat end facing the blade. Once it gets past that rock, roll and jump. That's what I found works the best. And then, yeah, if you mess up, just go back. Just go back. Roll back. I didn't even do my instructions. That end facing. Go. And then duck into this cage. Chill. Catch your breath. Lower your heart rate. Right. Now you want to wait for the blade to come out. And then you're going to have to do so much jumping. But go jump up to here, and then you kind of jump up to here. And then you can kind of just chill until you can get used to jumping over this blade. Because this blade sucks. If you ever get in a sticky situation, run back to that cage and jump into the cage. Yeah. What I discovered here is you need to jump on that blade and then jump to that middle rock. Use those flashing green lights as a signal. As soon as they start flashing, that means that blade's about to start coming. You can start like moving. So I would start moving right there, and then jump to this rock, and then watch for the green. Flashing. Jump in. Now we're gonna look across. Flashing. Jump. Oop. Messed up. Damn it. Go back. Doing it again. There is another shortcut where you can go in the center shaft of this spinning blade thing, but I don't like to do that one. It's a little risky. Ah! Take cover. green lights. Green lights. Green lights. Green lights. Green lights. Jump. You make it. Okay, we use those green lights. Those are your signals. This isn't too risky. Quick jump. Quick jump. Now, a lot of speedrunners like to go up in here and jump through that cog. I can't do it. I've never done it once. I've tried. Can't do it. What? Yeah, you can't even see what you're doing, so what I do is I go to this. This is what I do. I feel like it's less risky. Go here, and jump to this ledge. And I line up with it for it to jump. And I just jump to the spiky end of the cog. That's what I do, and I find it, actually, I rarely miss that jump. Very easily miss. I'm surprised I missed that. You just want to jump on the pointy end of that cog. And then you gotta commit here, and you stop until you use it into that. Yeah, this part kind of sucks, so then you gotta jump over that. And then you can breathe it. Cinder block. Breathe. No, jumps are so much better. I think I'd like to do a fat end jump on this one. And then, damn, I don't ever go that way. That seems too hard. I just do a jump to the rebar, but don't go all the way back because you'll fall. It's like weird, you gotta like balance on the fat end and then jump. It's kind of difficult. Would be easier to do that way. I don't even know. I don't think I've ever really done this. This seems harder. Yeah, that seems harder, but I guess. I just jumped from there to where I was here. Who knows? Try them out. Whichever works for you. A lot of speedrunners also do this weird thing where they'll go here and try to like time this jump and get up here, but it doesn't save you that much time. What's nice about this is it's soft, so I've fallen very high and it doesn't, I mean I have broken before, but it's like soft or something, like the developer was forgiving on this part. These aren't really stones, like they're just kind of soft and padded, so thank you Dev. Tip jump coming up. You gotta perfectly align. Back. Man. Try again. Okay. You gotta be kind of quick here. That sucks. I think you're safe here. So you can breathe. Yeah. Once you get here, you can breathe a little bit. Once you get to that next one, you gotta like rock back and forth. See, on this side, you gotta be on the left. I think when the next one comes, you gotta be on the right. So you gotta stay on your toes. But it's not too bad. So here I would go this way. Don't get hit. Just jump to that next one. I do a fat jump here, fat end jump. Like overshoots. Tip jump. Oh, I guess this is a safe spot. Nah, I don't trust it. Oh yeah, I always lose frames right here. Always lose frames. It's very weird. It happens every time. And then line up the tip. There you go. Ooh, nope, not that. There you go. You made it to the shop? The store? Store shop? Grocery shop? Who knows? I think the way that the dev intended is to jump over there to the bar. That's a fake bar. It will break. This jump, that box is slanted, so it's actually a really difficult jump. You gotta when you land, you gotta constantly be adjusting the stick, because if you don't, you'll just roll off. So I can't even fix the camera to even see what I'm doing. Let's see, you roll off. I don't like to go that way. I've done it. I don't like to, so I'll show you an easier way. What I do is I jump from here, line up a tip jump. That's kind of almost. There we go. That's probably better. And then you want to avoid that piece of metal sticking, but you want to jump just to the left. And then roll forward and land here. This is much safer because there's two boxes rather than trying to stop and stay on that one, so I usually keep rolling. Okay. Take your time. Commit. You stop on that little box. You follow left or right, and fall down. Alright. Jump up. Dip jump. This one, just keep doing it until you get it. There's no fall or anything here. It's just annoying. Okay. Oh, and then you're supposed to go that way on the eyes. I don't ever do that. I just go this way. You can make that jump. It's gotta be like pixel perfect. But trust me, you don't want to be going on that ice every time. Just jump from here. Now, this might take a few tries. I found, keep the momentum, same thing. If you stop, you fall left or right. I just go. Just go. And then you can stop once you get here. And then, what I do, a good tip, I never roll from the tip end first because it's too narrow and you can fall. I always, whichever direction, I'm trying to roll that way, flips to the fat end. Because it's a more stable roll. Not much, but enough. And then, what I do, I find it's easier and less risky to jump from here straight to the shelf. You're technically supposed to jump to the T and then it's an easier jump, but no, I find this one's easier. You can hit that yellow box and then roll up. It's very manageable. And you want to jump on the side, roll this way, jump up. You can take your time here. I think what you're supposed to do at this part is jump up on these cans. I find it's more difficult to do this, but I think technically you're supposed to jump up on these cans. And go here and then jump to this and stop. And then jump here and stop, and then just yeet it, jump. I think that's what the dev intended, and you just kind of rock back and forth. But I find it easier to just jump from that ledge where that yellow can is, jump from that ledge up to the metal thing. I find it's easier because then you can skip all that balancing crap on all those cans. Just jump from the shelf to the butter knife thing. It's going to be very difficult. The fan, there's no risk here, so just take it as many times. Well, it's not that, but there's a little risk. You fall off, but there's glass down there. It's the bridge you were in. But just don't jump and go off to the right. Same thing. Like, it's not very risky. You miss. I guess you're jumping many times. Okay. That's another fake faller, so you don't really want to touch it. It'll fall on you, piss you off. This jumps a little hard. I don't know. Just gotta, if you fall, try to fall to the left. Don't fall to the right, because then you're going way far down. Try to jump. Actually, I should have tried to land over here. Jump at an angle, like if I'm trying to jump back to it, about that angle. I did it wrong. Don't do it the way I did it. Chicken roll, not very hard. Another zoom in. I usually like to go on and jump to the platform on the left there, and then get a little rest there, like so. Okay. And then I line up. Remember, always fat end first. Always fat end first. Fat end. Then I jump to the other leg. And then this is a tip jump. So kind of like that. And you're gonna jump, line it up a little better, like that way. Yeah. And usually I've done that plenty of times. Remember, fat in forward. This is a little nerve-wracking, but fat in. Just roll, and that fan's gonna spin and try to scare you. Commit. Hold that stick. Or the W button or keyboard, whatever you do. Go. This isn't too bad. Zoom out. The lamp's so big. It looks scary because it's moving, but it's so big. You have such a huge landing area. You made it to the final section of the game, dude. I've only cracked once. That's insane. The fridge. Alright, wait for the blades to stop spinning, because I've seen speedrunners get killed by the blades. Alright, tip right here in the middle where that ice, you want to be right here, and you want the tip facing left. That's what I do. Do it over and over. It's gonna take a while. No risk here. Not super risky. I mean, you risk of breaking, but not falling. So, that wasn't a good one. Let's see if I can do exactly what I did. It's a very, very choreographed sequence. Yeah, something like that. That was much better, but I wasn't getting the distance. There's crap in my way. Yeah. Zoom in a little bit. Something's blocking my view. Yeah, I'm not getting quite the distance, but it's more or less what I'm trying to do. Alright, jump to the left, hold the stick to the left, and then I can't even explain what I'm doing. And then I go, I do a shortcut here because I feel like it's easier. It's the bird shortcut. This way. And then once you get stuck in this little corner here, you just kind of wiggle your way in. Line your camera up with that chair leg. Go. And then you're supposed to do a little jump, but it's so risky. So sometimes you just kind of wiggle here. Eventually, you'll just kind of make it over. I know. It's way easier than having to do the full ice thing and end up on that slide. You can do it that way if you want, but it's not easy. Zoom out. Up here. Up here. I like to just commit. I don't like jumping. Oops. Damn. Don't really like jumping right there. Maybe it would have saved me. Here we go again. That's what we usually are. Okay. I want the tip facing out. And wait for this mixer to go up. Yeah, that's good enough. Waiting for it to go up. It's going to come down. Once it starts going up, go. Up. Up. And now this is one of the biggest pains in the ass jumps in the game. I don't even know if this is the real way to go. I've watched so many other speedruns and everyone does it this way, but I don't know if there's a different way you can go. But it's very difficult. This jump is extremely difficult. There we go. You gotta line it up perfectly. Just to where the tip's like, oh, see, I'm hanging off a little bit. Anyway, I'm going for it. See, I barely made it. That's a very difficult jump. I don't know if that's I don't know if that's... I don't even know if this is the correct route the developer intended to go. It seems to be the only one, though. No one else I've seen do it. I've never seen anyone else do it another way. That is like one of my least favorite jumps. Hands down. I hate this jump. Very surprised. How difficult this is. Alright, ready? Ooh, I went a little late there. Oh. We're doing it live. We're doing this live. Not easy. Dude, I hate this jump. It's so difficult. I hate the dev for this jump, dude. Those stupid eggshells. Make sure you clear your eggshells, pause and press square. I hate this game. I'm so glad I'm never playing this again. Like, got all the achievements, I'm done with it. I'm never playing it again. Just wanted to make this video to help people, because this game sucks. And it's like bent. The lid's like bent. So it doesn't, oh man, it's so hard. This part is so hard. I've never played a game so damn hard. Alright, and then there's no room to like adjust. I really don't think this is the way you're supposed to go. It seems too difficult. I feel like you're supposed to end up there somehow. I don't even know. This is what I do. Oh my god, I almost screwed that up. So you want to tip jump and try to get as close to the top of that slide as you can. There we go. Okay, now, teapot. This takes a lot of practice. I don't know what you're supposed to do here either. I feel like you're technically supposed to slide on all the plates, end up on the other side, high up on that pot, jump on the faucet, jump up. No. No. This is what I found. This is easy. You do a jump, and then mid-air, go backwards. Switch your rotation mid-air. So it starts rotating the other way so you can do this jump. Alright? You just gotta, like, go. You just gotta commit. Now here, I find sit to the left, fat end right in the middle, and then once you hold that left stick and jump, you just go, there's no stopping. Like so. And then stop once you get here. Okay, that, I'd like to do a tip jump here. Sometimes a tip jump can be too far, but try to stop. And then jump. Try to keep rolling till you get to the middle here. I like to do a fat end jump here. Again, and then you do a tip jump to the left. And then tip jump. Usually I like to rock. I don't like to stop. Like that. Okay, it just seems easier. Alright, now this is a pretty difficult part. Wait for it to come down. Just watch this over and over, I guess. I'm watching it come down so I can jump over it. Okay. Just rewatch that over and over. What I find best here is you need to do a controlled tip jump. Very slight pressure on the stick. As soon as you start rocking, basically, you jump. You don't want to do a full tip jump, but very like a half tip jump. And then try to rotate back and stop here. Once you're here, you're good. So, watch that over and over too. Hard to explain. Ooh. Okay. You need to do a full tip jump here. Yep, there you go. So line it up. You want to aim your camera at the drawer. You're aiming for that drawer. Aim for that drawer and go. Okay. Now, this is a pretty difficult jump because you can hit this ledge on your way up. So you want to leave, you don't want to jump too close because then you'll hit it on your way up with that. So you want to give it like a little space. So you gotta find that perfect, like about right here. So about right there, like an egg and a half length, 1.5 eggs length. Okay. I know. Okay. And then just take your time here, dude. Don't rush, because then you're gonna fall. Look how much space you have to fall. Just take your time. And then it kind of sucks because you need to get momentum, so you gotta let yourself roll down a little. This is what I find best. That is usually what works for me. And you don't have to wait for the toaster to completely, like if you messed up, you can step on the toaster again, like that, and restart it. You don't have to wait for it to pop. Okay. That's what I do. And you don't want it, same thing, you don't want to be holding the stick. As soon as it starts, let go of the stick. Because it'll act as a brake and not shoot you where you need to go. Okay. I find it best to start about right here. And as soon fat end, remember, fat end forward.
Ooh, it's so close.
Ooh. Oh my god. How did it not hit me the first time? Fat end. Forward, so you get a nice clean rolling start. As soon as it passes, go. Left, right. Commit. Commit, don't stop. I find when I stop, I just fell off. The pots are pretty bad. Tip jump, line up your tip. Roll back. Jump. And then I usually like to balance here, get situated. Some people just go for it, but I like to get situated. Damn it. Because, I don't know. I find when I just try to go for it, damn it. When I just try to go for it, I feel like it never lines up properly. Here are the shells. Damn, this camera angle. We're doing it live, so you know it's hard. I think it's hard too. Damn it. So close. It's not easy, man. You're having trouble? Look at me. I beat this, I don't know how many times, and I still have trouble. See, I still have trouble. But I feel like I'm a little quicker at it. I can recover quicker and get back to where I need to be quicker. It's one of the most difficult games ever made. In my opinion. Weird. I don't like being parallel. I like being perpendicular. I feel like it launches me better. I can't see, that's why I probably fell. No! Damn it. I forgot how much takeoff room we have. Come on. Dude, I'm getting Aaron. Damn it. Oops. Yeah, you can't overshoot. Don't overshoot. Maybe we should try going on the pot stick, just going for it. Don't like that. A little too close. There we go. That's more or less where I went. Perpendicular. Perpendicular. No! There we go. Oh, dude. I'm glad that happened. Don't be on the edge. For the corner of the bed. I was doing a laid to nest run and it happened. I was so pissed. I was so close. Oops. This is all real run. Seems difficult. Can't stress that enough. try to do a tip jump on an angle. Oh man, I need to go into any of that. I'll be on the edge. There we go. Should I just do the pots? Like, just go for it? I'm trying to go slow to like. Most difficult game ever made. I don't care. I'm saying it. Claiming that. Should I just go for it? I feel like every time I'm trying to just go for it, like, I make it. But I do like taking a breath as well. You know, that's just one of those things. You can't even. You can see. I kind of just went for it and committed, but then like on the second one, I kind of stopped. You just kind of feel it out. It takes practice. Oh yeah, these bottles, just don't go into that hole. You can just sit here all day and keep trying it. Not too risky. All right, here. There is a rhythm to it, but you know, I can't explain it. You just gotta have your own rhythm. Like, come up with your own rhythm, because what works for me might not work for you. We're doing a tip jump. We're not going that way. I've never gone that way. It seems way too hard. And then if you break, you can fall down. Nah, I'm not. I'm not doing that. So this way's better. Yeah, I'd rather do that all day than fall back down and go on that other stupid way. I've done that so many times, you just get a feel for it. Line up. I'm rolling. I'm trying to roll here. Oh, too early. Too early. Oh my god, I'm such an idiot. I've even seen speedrunners have, you know, very difficult time at this part. Oh, almost overshot. That would have been bad. There's no safety net over there. It's better to undershoot than overshoot. But that. that right? I think I'm a little too close. So you want to jump from your, you want to do a tip jump initially, and then a fat jump, and then a fat jump. That, you'll eventually just get that, just be careful. You could sit there all day doing that. The pool table's got a lot of space, right? So, not a super high chance you'll fall down, but anyway, here's the boss. Usually what I do is I just fall, because he's his first attack, or if you want to call it that, is I don't know. I haven't gotten used to it. Like, I haven't done it enough, but I've done the regular over and over and over. So this is the best route I found works. Go left, and then jump to this, and then jump again. And then he's going to do a jump. And you want to be going straight by the time he does that jump. Now go to the right. He might jump again. Jump. That is the best route. And then you can kind of just stay here. You'll always just hit that. And you can just be safe here. Alright, once you're ready, go a little further so you get jumped. So, remember just like the part with the hammer? You can just sit here all day. Readjust it. As long as you're still, you can just sit here all day. And do little adjustments to get you back to the middle. Okay, and next thing you want to do is jump up to that ledge. When you're ready. Not ready. This is another kind of safe spot, but it's a little risky. You always just hit that. Oh! Oh my god! Yeah, I went a little too high. Another safe spot is just the top of that ramp, the square part. You can just hang out there if you want. I'll do that. I was going to show that next. But here, I'll do the same route again. This is the best route. After lots of trial and error, I found this is the best one. He's going to jump. He's going to jump. That is the best route. I've tried it so many times. Okay. Alright, we're going back up. Back up. Rest. Rest. Up. I think you can chill here. I don't do it very often. I think this is a safe spot. And then when you're ready, jump there. And then rest. Just keep doing this. Rest. Okay. And you need to go to that plank, to the next plank, to the next plank. There's like a total of 4, 1, 2, 3 jumps. Well, 4 if you count the one I'm about to do. So I don't know what's best. Rest. Now go. Rest. Now go. Rest. Or if you just want to keep chilling here, you can do that too. Chill. Too overwhelmed. And then when you're ready, go for it. Now let's go. And rest. You're so close to the end once you're here. I still have trouble here because you don't want to be under those angled, because you'll bounce up and hit it and it'll like shoot you off. So you don't want to be under those. Oh! I jumped it wrong. I timed it wrong. I tried to miss it and just jump to the next one, but you can actually use his thumb to take you to the next one, right? So that's crazy. I almost read an hour. I almost could have gotten the achievement because you got to do it in under an hour, but I'm taking my time to explain it. Still almost did that within the timeline. To go back and rest. You need to take a rest. Okay. So the home stretch right here. Oops. Rest. You can use his thump as well, but it's a little riskier. So let's try it. I don't really like to do it. Oh, I should have probably done it. What the heck? Shows you this part. Speedrun. This is the tough part. I think. So I would use the thumb maybe on this first one, but not the other ones. I'm like damn, rest. I'll usually like roll a little and then rest. Oh, see, it's like these two. This is a very difficult part. Damn. This took me hours to like really get a good feel for. Like to the part where I was like semi-comfortable with it. But I was mainly just trying to get to the end, but now I can get to the end basically first try, because this is the best route. When he does a late jump like that, just use it. Somebody does. Oh my god! See, that's what happens when I try to use this stuff. I don't like to use this stuff. All the speedrunners use it. I don't like it. I don't like to use it. Just wait for it to be done and then do your own jump. It gives you less time though, I feel. If you're doing your own jumps. If you use his jump, you got a little bit more of a recovery time. Sometimes he doesn't jump, like right there. But it's always very, very similar pattern. What the heck? Ooh, that wasn't a safe one. That was rare. That doesn't happen when you're still in it. Usually if they're still, it's pretty safe. Little adjustments. Are you gonna do a tip jump after this for the flips? And then tip jump up to the next, and then home free. Do a little jump there if you can. I try not to, but congratulations. You did it. You beat, in my opinion, one of the most difficult games ever made. It's not easy. Let me know if this video helped. Have a good one. Later. Questions in the comments. Out.